And a very warm welcome back to the World Junior Championships from the Philippines. It's been a really fun day of competition, and we talked about world titles up for grabs here over the next few days. Today it was really a chance of kind of assessing, taking the temperature really of the talent, best under-20s from around the world. What do we reckon of it, guys? What do we think? Mitch, first I'll come to you. What do you think of the day?
Really impressed. Obviously, the wave has a lot of potential. I think we haven't seen the best of it so far, but just in terms of the talent pool, maybe the best I've ever seen at World Juniors. I always say this is my favorite event. We get to see a lot of future potential surfers that make it onto the championship tour and eventually will become world champions themselves. But overall, I think it was a great day one, and for our first major event of the year, really awesome to see this kind of level here.
Jesse, you've been down on the beach with the post-heat. Obviously, people come out of the water, they're all stoked, so winners are grinners, right? But what's the energy been like down there in general? What's your take on things, particularly this morning and this afternoon?
It's actually really interesting to see how much emotion goes into the wins and losses. And I think the competitors who win actually feel for the people who lose as well, because it is straight to the elimination round. And I was just saying, it is crazy how good this draw is, because the elimination round is just as stacked as the first round. And they're man on man, which is even more pressure. But the vibe, all in all, has been amazing. People have been absolutely loving the Philippines and La Union and this event. And I think it didn't feel like a junior event. It felt like a challenger series, and that was the level we got today.
Yeah, we talked a little bit about pressure as well, and how, there's a lot at stake here. It's huge to win a World Junior title, but at the same time, I felt like just the way people competed today, and there's the general appearance of crew around. So when you got your parents here as well, you got your support network, that helps too. But I just thought everyone kind of looked like they were surfing without too much pressure generally throughout the day.
There was joy, and I think that's a major part of being able to travel and do this as a profession, especially as a junior. You really got to appreciate what you have in front of you and not get ahead of yourself. And I feel like, especially nowadays, social media, a lot of different things, people try to do that too much. Make sure that not only are you enjoying it, you need to appreciate this right now, because you don't know how long it's going to last.
Yeah.
So make sure that you're doing it right now at this moment, especially with your best friends traveling worldwide, Paul. Well, couldn't really ask for a better job.
Yeah, well, the other cool thing, Jess, where the regional QS is now, a lot of surfers in the draw here, they'll be very familiar with surfers from their regions, but to take on the best from the other side of the world and kind of gauge your performance against them, for sure. Some people surfing the challenges, they'll have had a go at that, but this level in the age group as well is a really chance to see how you measure up, which is pretty cool and a great opportunity.
I think as well, like take Lennox Smith, for example. He is so well known around the world, whether it's for his free surfing or maybe some cool one-turn heat clips that he's had, but he's never actually had an international event, because since it changed and we've gone to the regionals, to the challenges, he's never really got to see how he's measured up against the rest of the world. Came in today and absolutely killed it. He's just the first person that came to my mind, but I feel like a good 80% of the draw is probably the same, since they're juniors, and their junior career and QS career pretty much started when it was that change, So this is kind of a lot of the people's competitors' first time really measuring themselves up, and not a bravado thing, but I honestly do feel like everyone was really evenly matched. I don't think there was one region that pushed harder than the other, and it was just a matter of who had put the time in and figured out this way, because it is a little confusing out there.
Speaking of evenly matched, the last heat was super tight. Ultimately, it was Thompson that got the win. He's standing by with Stace.
Thank you, Paul. I'm going to go out on a limb here and say that might be the closest heat in professional surfing history between three people. Two tied for 10 and 1 994. Can someone please belt one?
Yeah, geez, we were all waiting around the whole day. Tension was building up, and people were dropping scores after score after score. And then we all paddled out, and I think all of us are in agreement that we couldn't tell what a good wave looked like. But we were all super nervous, and that first heat's kind of just you want to go for it. My whole plan was I'm just going to go for it in every wave, and then ended up getting a 3 and a 6, which is the opposite of going in for every wave. It's the most mediocre you can get. But yeah, it's always nice to get the first heat out of the way. This is my fifth time doing this comp. I've been doing it since I was 14, and I think the only time I won around one heat was when I was 14. So it's nice to get this one out of the way and skip around tomorrow. I've been surfing all day in this heat, and I've been so poked. I woke up this morning, felt like I had a broken back. So it's nice that I get a day of rest.
Yeah, you got to earn yourself a day off. Look, the South African contingent here every year, super song. Like you mentioned, you've been surfing this event since you were 5. It's time.
Yeah, I know. It's actually funny. Dan and I staying together, just him and I. And when the heats came up, he was like, "Have you seen the heats?" I was like, "Oh no, I haven't even looked." And that was 4 days ago. And he was like, "Yo, we're in the same heat." and it's pretty funny because like we're just cruising together, walk down together, like surfing together. So it's pretty grindy. Like you obviously both want each other to do as best as you can, but in a heat like that, you kind of just got to get it done. But yeah, hopefully we can get the ball rolling this year and take one out for the Sappers.
So what you're saying is you didn't have dinner together every night after that?
Yeah, I know. I said whoever won the heat was sleeping outside tonight, so I might be on the couches.
Well done, Brew. Stoked to have both you guys here and everyone from South Africa, and of course, yes, shout out back home.
Thanks to everyone watching at home. Appreciate all the messages. It's been super supportive and getting me all amped up. And yeah, hopefully I'll put on more of a performance in round 3.
Yeah, Brew. Thank you, Paul.
Great stuff.
That's a rad kid.
Bit of stoke, bit of relief as
Yeah.
well mixed in there. And, no, that's a tie. It's going to feel great to get that win.
Yeah, and shout out Surfers Not Street Children, too.
I was reading that.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of great foundations over there in South Africa. Thompson, Emsley, all those guys, super nice kids. And they try to do a lot for the surfing community back home, too, and try to promote it in underprivileged communities. And, they do a lot for the community. So shout out to those guys.
Yeah, once again, it's been a really good day. Stand out for you. What have you liked? What's been your highlight?
Winter Vincent, no doubt. I thought Heitor Mueller, despite losing and being elimination round, I thought he surfed great. Lennox Smith, of course, too. I feel like a lot of the women surf to their standards, but there's still an extra shift for them to go to. And I feel like once the waves turn on, we're probably going to see better performances from them.
How about for you, Jess? What did you like?
I couldn't be more on the same page with Mitch if I tried. I think the women have another gear in them. I think we didn't really see anyone quite get out of first gear. Jahly Stokes would be the one person who I think she did really connect beautifully.
Yep.
Not to say the rest of them didn't, because they did, but I just think it was that round 1. I think we're going to see it lift as the event progresses. But yeah, I can't go past Winter. That was CT surfing in my eyes. It was so strong, so much flow, and just I heard everyone just go, whoa, like it took the breath away from everyone today. So yeah, that would definitely be my standout.
Yeah, he took it all in his stride as well. His energy is so, I mean, you just feel like you're looking at someone who's definitely going to be among the elite there. Let's see. Hey, tell you what, there's a lot of surfing yet to come in this one. It's been a really fun day. We're going to come back at 7:30 tomorrow morning for the call and see exactly where we are. I reckon there's still going to be some swell in the water, so fingers crossed we get some good conditions. Thanks for tuning in. WorldSurfLeague.com. We'll see you tomorrow, 7:30.
When it's love, it welcomes you. It appreciates you. It inspires you and gives you a reason to go on. A reason to do great things and conquer great heights. It is there to give you courage, to empower you, and honor your strength. Love is always worth the wait. It is a deep dive into a life of wonders. Wonders that are found in the smallest of things and in the sweetest little moments, but always better in full view. Better for all to feel, better for all to see, and better for all to share. This is how you know that love is real. When it expects nothing in return, yet makes you yearn to give it back. When it leaves a mark on your soul that you'll take everywhere you go as you walk into the new chapters of your life. But even if you can't fully understand it, even if you can't put it into words, sometimes knowing it's with you is enough. Because when it's love, you feel it.